Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to my first SMP, real SMP episode in a very long time. I'm playing on a server called Primus. It is formerly Deathcraft, and the other players, I'm not going to remember all their names. I'll put all of their info in the video description. We've got Dr. Ragehard Brink the Gamer, Cat Dog Pig Duck, which is the funniest name ever. Chillum, Snicks NZ, and maybe one more. Infuego, the Fuego, something like that. So we're playing the ModSauce mod pack. I guess that's the pack the Hermitcraft put together, and they invited me to join the server, so here I am. We're all just kind of grouped together right now in a village, and we're kind of sharing the smeltery and tree farm, etc. I made a little vanilla cactus farm just because there are no fluiducts, so I've been using waterproof pipe. Dr. Ragehard's already joined the technological revolution over there. But I think the rest of us are mostly still back in the Stone Age, so to speak. So I have done a lot of mining. I've cooked up in my own little smeltery just enough to start making machines. I'm still interested in the mechanism biofuel. I just took a look at it in creative. Unfortunately, it's in joules, and I don't know the conversion between joules and RF, but the crusher uses 50 joules by default with no upgrades, and the bio generator makes 350 joules, and it will output 700. So you can run 5 crushers on one bio generator. I know that's what we were working on in TPPI, and in 24 hours I had a couple barrels full of potatoes. So I think it's definitely a viable energy source. We're going to have to do a little more mining before, well, we'll have to do a little ore processing before we can set something like that up. So I want to do the Ender IO stuff. I didn't realize this until a few minutes ago, but Ender IO has added a lot of blocks or a lot of machines. We've got a zombie generator. I just so happened to have found a zombie spawner on my way down to mining. A combustion generator which works kind of like the steam dynamo. We've also got some sort of a crafter, the sag mill, of course, a vat, not really sure about that, a farming station. I think I want to try this one out, but we're going to have to make the alloy smelter and sag mill before we can do that because it requires the pulsating iron and stuff like that. I'm going to have to find a few more Endermen as well. So I want to make the sag mill, the alloy smelter, and I'm not really sure what to do for power. We still have the mechanism heat generator, wherever it is. I think that's a pretty good option because it's passive energy generation just to power the machines until we can get some sort of sustainable energy going. So I think that's what we'll make. The first thing I want to do is make a magnet because it's such a pain to have to actually pick everything up. I'm so spoiled. This is from Practicalities, and unfortunately I don't know a way to make the @ thing work to see all of the items of a particular mod. So if you know how to do that, please let me know. That doesn't work. I don't know. If you know, please leave me a comment because I'd really like to know. So we just need to make a couple of things. It's a pretty easy recipe. Let me bring it back up. I think this is going to save me a lot of headache. So I just need a couple redstone, some gold, and my one ender pearl. I even found this sword, the Ender, increases skull and ender pearl drops, and haven't seen it happen yet. So, you know, no big deal really, but I was hoping I would get at least a few more ender pearls out of the deal. Let's see, so we've already got iron. Let me go ahead and turn all these into ingots. The one complaint I have with some mod packs, and this is no exception, is that we have many different types of ore generation. There's not unified ore generation. This tin will not go in the smeltery. All the thermal expansion stuff will, but the mechanism tin will not. Oddly enough, the osmium does. I don't know what's up with that. For some reason, they have added shiny ore. So we can use this for shiny dust. You still get, if you pulverize this, you get 2. And you can still do the old cinnabar and ferrous thing in the induction smelter. So that's good. But I was really happy to see a shiny ingot. And I don't think I have a crafting table down here. I should make one. It's a very basic smeltery. I didn't know you could do this. The guys over in the little village, or I guess I'm in the village, but where the smeltery is, they were hanging these things on drying racks. And I really like that idea because you can you can see what mold you have, and you can just pop it off very easily and then pop it back on there. So I'm pretty sure you've all seen me do the smeltery stuff before. I'm not going to explain that. It's just a basic. I actually made an iron pick and then put a diamond on it later and a stone hammer with a diamond. So where do we put the crafting table is the big question. Why don't we just put it in the floor? And I want to do this magnet first thing. I've never used it. I don't know if you can turn it off and turn it on or what. So I guess we're gonna learn together. And I don't know if it's shapeless. It is shapeless. Item magnet. Shift right click turns it on and off. How about that? My drop key doesn't work because there's a conflict. So when I'm mining, that'll be really good. I can just turn the thing on and it doesn't look like it takes damage or anything, so that is very good. Alright, so we've got all this stuff. I think we've got our flint. We'll get the rest of this iron. So I know we're going to need a couple of capacitors, because that's the one of the bases for the Ender IO machines. So we'll go ahead and make our sag mill. And you use a lot of iron for this. Let me make some bars and then we'll get to it. And I already know we're going to need 2 capacitors. I guess this is the basis. The capacitor is just a component. Alright, 2 of those. Maybe I can do this right now. Awesome. The alloy smelter probably requires a furnace. It does, and some stone brick. Somewhere around here. Here it is. Ooh, look at that. I got an achievement. Awesome. I haven't gotten a lot of achievements because when you use Tinker's tools, it doesn't give them to you. So, I forget what it was, but I just had to make a stone pick to break my gravestone the other day, and I just got a basic achievement after, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours of gameplay. So, that's the cat, dog, pig, duck there. So we've got these. We just need a power source. I also should point out that the extra utilities have made their x64 generators, and you have to make, I think it's something called a QED. I think it's kind of the equivalent of the assembly table from Buildcraft. And I think we do have the new Buildcraft. We don't have robots yet. I saw a video about that. I think it was, I don't remember if it was Space Toad or the other guy, but those little robots looked pretty cool. So what do we do for power? Conduit. We're going to have to make something to make conduit. So no big deal. What we'll do is, where's that generator at? That's actually a pretty easy recipe. We'll need to make another furnace, of course. And this is just kind of a starter base. From what I understand, we're going to kind of kick it here for a while, and then we're going to split off. So for the moment, this isn't going to be anything revolutionary. This is just to get us going. So how about we do this? So much gravel. All right. So let's dig a little hole. I'm actually probably going to need a little more. Well, I was planning on just putting lava on either side of the generator, but then I realized it's not going to be good. So let's do it a little differently. I don't have any cable to run out the top of it yet. I think the mechanism stuff takes steel. Whoa, look at all this stuff. Electrical age is something I'm kind of interested in. It's a lot of math, though. You get into amperage and volts and ohms and just all kinds of stuff I don't know anything about. There is a little tutorial map, though, that you can download. I believe that it kind of walks you through what everything is and what everything does. So there is some power. I don't remember if this thing will output without cable. It looks like the cable goes in the back, so we'll throw the machine down and see. We got nothing. So that kind of sucks. Alright, I think I have a wrench. Let me get my wrench or hammer or whatever. Let's see if we can make this thing work. It doesn't like to turn around. Alright. So I guess what we'll have to do is power the alloy smelter, and then we'll make a cable, sink this thing into the ground, and that should do it. So we'll put lava just on, actually I think we can pull off 3 sides. If we do it like that, it should run underneath. Whoa, hey now. Oh, carpenter's blocks, my bad. I've never put lava next to one of those things. Alright, so we're getting a small amount of power. It might just be good enough. So I think we need 2 redstone and 1 iron per ingot. So I think we need 3 to start. Let's make sure this is on alloys only. And it looks like we're actually losing losing power. I should have just made an aqueous accumulator and a steam dynamo, or whatever the equivalent of the thing is, an Ender IO. What is that thing called again? Combustion generator. You still have to make electrical steel for even that, so this was as good a place to start for power as any. it's just going to take a really long time. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some binder, the composite stuff that we're going to need to make the conduits. And I'm going to let this stuff cook up, and I'll be back in a few minutes when we have 3 of these and we can actually make some conduits. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. Okay, we're finally done. Let me go ahead and pick up this lava. And I don't remember, I think what I did last time is I surrounded these things on 5 sides. I don't remember which side I actually took the power out of. Logic would dictate that it comes out of the side with the little hole on it, but you know, who really knows? So let's make some conduit. We'll figure this out. Alright, that'll be enough for now. We're going to want to put the machines next to each other because these things do auto output now, which is awesome. If we take a look at the configure, you can actually see what's next to it. And then you right click or left click the side of the machine to determine what thing goes where. Alright, anyway, so put our alloy smelter here. And let's start with this guy. We'll try to run the conduit out of the top first because that would be the easiest, but I have a feeling it's going to be out of this side right here. And I'm going to assume that this conduit, yeah, see, it doesn't connect to there. It does connect there. So we'll just leave it where it is. And then I think we may be able to get lava on the remaining sides of it if we just do a little creative block breaking. Boom! Love the magnet. And I think it can be flowing lava, so this actually might be okay. So if we pour the lava there, it should flow down on all 3 sides and underneath. Yep, there it goes. So now we're generating a little more power, but we have 2 machines to contend with. So this will get it going. So let me see if I could do this configuration thing again. We got pull and push or disabled. So I want to push to this side. I want to pull from the top. This side, this guy, I don't think I really have to worry about. But we're going to push on the right. So hopefully, well, the way it'll go is, let me go ahead and just cover that up for safety. If we put a chest on top, this machine may pull the items in out of the chest, and this one will push the items out into another chest. So let's make a couple of chests and check this thing out. I didn't have a lot of time. I played a 1.7 pack briefly. I didn't have a lot of time to play with this. Not for ore processing, only for I think I used it to make charcoal from a tree farm. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to donate to the Ender.io dev because that is just a great thing. And this is burning, so that means our iron dust got pushed into this slot right here. And then the iron automatically gets pushed out into the chest. So we don't have item ducts. Ender.io obviously has item conduits, but for using Ender IO machines, you really don't even need them. So what we can do right here as well is we can tell it to pull from the top if we want to make some smooth stone or something. We throw another chest up there, and we don't have to worry about any kind of item routing or piping. Or actually, I'm going to need to make an iron chest for that, because this will probably make a double chest. It will. And if I put something in, I guess I can put it in the bottom, but I'd just rather not have to deal with it. So this is not going to be fast. This is a fairly slow process because we're not making a ton of energy. But this will allow me to process some ores and get the benefit of doubling them. And then I can also make the Ender IO alloys that we're going to need to do bigger and better things. And coal powder and stuff like that to make steel, or I think there's an Ender IO steel recipe. So I think that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Please let me know if there's a way to show one mod over here. Also, let me know if you know the joules or kilojoules to RF conversion, because I couldn't find it anywhere. Additionally, like I said, I will put all the information for the other guys' channels in the description. And hopefully we'll be able to do some collaborations pretty soon. I missed the kickoff because I hadn't read my messages. So that's just one of those things, no big deal. So, whoa, is that, what the hell is that thing? A replicator. It looks like a modified silverfish. And I was hoping to get that. Oh, sweet. Okay. I was hoping to get that Enderman, but no big deal. So anyway, that'll do it, guys. If you have any other comments, questions, suggestions, anything like that, please leave them down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.